rebuilding confidence, and harmonizing with nature. With over 4 decades of changing lives, your self-discovery archaeologist, get ready to be the best of you with your host, Beverly Zimet.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Beverly Zimet Show, where being the best you can be just got easier. Hey, today I've got with me a good friend of mine, an awesome lady. You're gonna love her. You're gonna love her. Her name is Patricia Hetherington Wallace. Is that right? Or did I turn the two names around? I do that all the time.
Right. Wallace is my maiden name, yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Anyways, Patricia is just a fantastic person. Gosh, we've known each other now, what, 10, 12, 15 years? A long time.
Yeah, at least 12.
At least, yeah. And it was kind of love at first sight, you know? It's like when you know somebody, you just know them and you just kind of stay connected, right? So we've been through a lot of different things, up and down roller coasters and in and out, and just have had an enjoyable time every time we get together. So it's an honor to have you here on the show. And let's tell the audience about you and a little bit about what your background is, what you do, and how they can get a hold of you.
Great. Well, it's my honor. Thank you. Any chance I can get to see your face and hear your voice is a double blessing. My name's, well, you can call me Trish. Maybe. I'll let you know. Born and raised actually in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I went to college for exercise physiology, and one of those rare people that still does what they went to college for. I've been a personal trainer and group fitness instructor for over 33 years, which is hard to believe. I'm also a certified nutritional therapist. I attended a school that is actually in the UK.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And now more than ever, people are starting to pay attention to their nutrition.
Yes,
they are getting out to walk, which I'm very happy for. The other piece of that, right? They say 80% is in the kitchen.
Well, it's where it starts. It's where it starts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And most of us Americans can stand a little bit of intermittent fasting. So this isn't necessarily.
That's a good way to put it. Intermittent fasting while we're socially distancing, right? Wow, what a combination.
I see more people now out walking than I have ever seen. And I lived in Colorado. People are very active.
Right. And it's cold out there right now too, isn't it?
A little chilly. I was actually hitting golf balls off the hill at the course, which is closed, but I marshal there.
Right.
Marshalling a starter at the course, and I needed to get out of the house. So I went and hit golf balls off the hill so they don't want to drive on the native grasses, which is a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Just so I could swing. And it was windy. I know you remember how windy spring is in Colorado.
Oh gosh, I can remember when I was back there in the 80s, when I had my big truck, that I was driving, right? Oh my God, 100-mile-an-hour winds, and it's like, whoops, stay off those interstates, and you just kind of move through the streets. It takes you a lot longer to get where you need to go, but oh my gosh, those winds sometimes are deadly.
Yeah, and even with the sun out, the winds are coming off the snow-covered mountains.
Sure.
So there's a chill. Show the air, but anyway, I forgot where I was going with that. So I've been in Colorado.
I think you were talking about exercising. You get off your duck walking, right?
I call it creative chaos.
Oh, creative chaos. Man, I was going through a lot of creative chaos last night and today. It was good though, but be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. And man, I have been getting it from all four corners, but it's
awesome.
good.
All those browser windows open.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the walls have fell away from the windows right now.
It's funny. It's just open.
It's all open. Good thing it's not cold out here in New Mexico.
Oh, is that where you are now?
Yeah, I kind of got stuck here,
Oh,
I got social distanced here.
there you go. So
Yeah.
I've been in Colorado in the Boulder County area for, let's see, 23 years, 24 years.
That's a long time to be in one spot.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is. We did a 2-year stint in San Jose, California, and then came back to Colorado. And yes, my gypsy soul is like, is it time? Is it time? Can we go somewhere now?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, like, to be in my shoes, where I'm constantly on the move, right?
Always on the move.
And it's like, oh my goodness. So I've had to find other avenues to do that in, and it's okay. It's working. At least I got a roof over my head. I'm with a really good friend, and we're enjoying time, and it's remarkable, to be able to have. Hey, we have high speed internet. What more do you need, right?
Right.
So,
Exactly. You need your own Where's Beverly instead of Where's Waldo.
that's true. I should get a T-shirt with that.
Absolutely. The Where's Beverly show.
Yeah, when my kids talk to me, well, where are you at, Mom? I guess they have no clue, right? So, but
That's funny. No
yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
So that is me. I'm married for, what year is this? This is 2020. I've been married 32 years.
32. Wow.
Two kids. Like I said, grateful that they are currently under our roof during this new normal, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, because coming out of this is definitely not going to be the same as what we went into it.
No, and I think I feel like there's going to be a lot of positive that comes out of that.
Oh, I'm right there with you. Right.
Oh, I see. I had this apocalyptic vision, and not in a negative way, that more people, of course, working from home in these companies have had to ramp up to make that happen.
Right.
And then they're going to realize, well, maybe we don't need to be paying for all this space. And then these buildings are just going to.
Yeah, now we're going to have all these empty buildings. Well, they'll just have to turn them into apartments or something, right?
Well, probably out here for sure. Yeah.
Well, my son and his wife are in the phone business, right?
Mm.
And I called him. I says, how are you guys doing, with business? He said, Mom, we are so swamped because everybody is now ramping up. They needed to get, the lines and stuff, everything hooked up at home so they could start working and connect in everybody's house, right? Mm. So they are just inundated with that. And
what end do they do? Sales? Do they?
They have their own phone company.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from top to anything and everything that there is to do about phones, they've got it. Wow. So they can put phones into your homes and stuff like that, or into your offices, and a lot of voice over IP.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they work a lot with Panasonic because their technology seems to be like at the top end, I guess. There's a plug for them,
You're welcome, Panasonic.
That's right. Maybe I should charge them, right? But what they did is they opened up their warehouse to the kids, to be able to, get whatever they needed. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't cost anybody anything for 3 months, right? So they could get that equipment out there in the field and in people's homes and do whatever they needed to do. Mm-hmm. and use it for 3 months. And then after that 3 months, if they wanted to maintain it, then they'd charge them for it. If they didn't, they'd bring them back and it'd go right back to the company. Okay. Right? So it's a heck of an opportunity, for them.
I'm seeing a lot of great opportunities popping up.
Oh my gosh, watching the creativeness, and that's why I mentioned to you a little bit earlier before I got on about VR, virtual reality. Yeah. We've been working with it for a month and a half, a friend of mine, and we partnered up in this, and it's like, it blew me away because for over a year I have been looking for a way to do my workshops virtually, because mm-hmm. putting butts in the seats unless you got a name like Tony Robbins or something, right? Mm-hmm. It just doesn't happen anymore, right? And it gets to be expensive, not only for the workshop, but for, hotel rooms, right. Airfare if you need it, or travel time expenses, so it adds up. So why not do it virtually, but be able to do it in a way it's not on a Skype, it's not on a Zoom. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Actual interaction. And Robert came to me, like I said, about a month and a half ago, and he says, I have your answer. And I said, well, then show me. Oh my God, I was blown away.
Yeah, I want to see that because, I have this huge vision board workshop weekend that's currently on hold.
Well, then hold no more, girlfriend. We're going to get you virtually live around the world because it goes across global platforms.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Right. And we're actually having a meeting tomorrow night. If you want to get information on that, we can do that. And any of our listeners out there, if you want to know how to get out there on the VR, out there globally, how to get yourself back into the face of reality in the world, then VR is where it's at. So comment below here and let us know. Right? PM us, do whatever, and we'll get you in alignment with that.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, and it's great for any business, and being in the health and fitness end of it, right? You can do your shows on there. I mean, you can actually have a video up there, and everybody can be in the same room, or you can be in an outside, like you're out in the gardens or something. We have a video out there where you can put it up there on the board and do your exercises. Oh, it's great. It's great.
That is really cool. It's a big stretch for me because I don't like being on camera.
Well, see, the neat thing about this,
Patricia, this is my learning growth right here.
When you're in the virtual reality, it's not this face you see, it's these little avatars.
Oh my God, that could be fun.
Yeah, so it's perfect. So for anyone who's a little shy behind the camera, right, and they don't want their face out there, virtual reality is
in. I am so in.
Oh my gosh, but your voice is there. You have everybody in the same room. They can interact with each other. So it doesn't matter what size you are. What condition you're in, nobody's going to see that except you.
Pick your avatar.
Right? So the avatars are
Oh my gosh, to use that in a visual...
Oh boy, her brain's working.
Oh yeah.
I know, that's what mine did. It was like, the cogs are going like crazy. I said, Robert, do you have any idea what you have here? He said, what do you think I talked to you for?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be beyond fun, and this is the world that we're headed into.
Yeah.
It really is. And actually it's been for the last several years now. The mental health industry has used virtual reality with the Oculus glasses and everything.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to add here too is you don't need these Oculus glasses to be able to be on this platform. You can do it right across a PC.
Oh.
If you got Apple, not so much.
That's all I have. Come on.
Oh, no, it's PC.
I am not PC. In any way.
I got this Apple. And I have a tablet and I got a tablet that's Apple, but my computers are all PC.
Well, once you go Mac, you can't go back, baby.
Oh, honey, you better get back over to the PC here. Just buy one. That's what I did. I bought a computer as a laptop, because we need the video cards and everything, and my desktop didn't have the strong enough video card and stuff, and it was too much to try to fix it. It was cheaper just to buy a laptop, because it's kind of like a gaming laptop, to have that PC card, the video card and everything. But I tell you, it's the answer, and we're also using it now. We've got teachers calling us to say, hey. This is, So
you can usually get a Chromebook pretty cheap, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna want more than a little Chromebook. So I'll tell you. We'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
We'll get you fixed up, girl.
Okay, next.
Next, she goes. But let's talk a little bit about what you do in your exercise programs and stuff. What do you make people do? I mean, do you like beat them up? Like the ones. What was those reality shows that they had on TV, and all these people were like dying,
No.
Okay.
Well, it depends on who they are. No. I have one guy
don't piss this little girl off, right? Whoa.
I have one guy that he always comes in and we call it Throat Punch Thursday.
Okay.
And I say, and that's up to you. I'm just going to respond. No, actually, I have really my main niche is pre and post rehab.
All right, can you explain in detail to our audience exactly what those words mean?
All right. So pre-rehab is getting people healthy and strong prior to a surgery.
Okay.
And post is, after they've been released, because we know now the I should say the insurance system wants people off their books, off paying as soon as they can.
Oh gosh, yeah, sometimes sooner than what they should have been, right?
Exactly. And so, I've been also working at my local hospital for years as an exercise physiologist. So I have quite a great network with physical therapists, chiropractors, and whatnot. So I'll get people when they come out of physical therapy.
Okay.
Get the, legal okay to have a chat with their doctors. And then we take them from where they are now to functioning.
Okay.
Really functioning. And then if they want to go further, I can take them there too. I do not, I think maybe, let's see, I've been group fitness 33 years, personal training 25 of those. And I gave up the clipboard.
Okay.
Oh gosh, probably 20 years ago. And what I mean by that is, especially with my niche, I don't know how they're coming to me each and every day.
Right.
But I see them, whether it's physically or energetically. And we know, you and I know that those two are interwoven.
Yes.
Right? So when something's affecting them mentally, emotionally, whatever, I see it in their body. So the clipboard went away and I just watch them walk in. I feel them walk in, and that's how I developed their program for the day.
Oh, then, and I think that's probably the best way to do it, just organically, because each person is different.
Yep.
Right? Similarities, but each one is different. And when you can design that just for them by paying attention, and we've talked a lot on the shows about being aware and conscious of everything that's going on in your surroundings. Because if you don't, you miss the messages that are right in your face. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the other side of that is if you're not protected, or if you don't wrap them or wrap yourself in that bubble, because it's so intuitive, and I say that, but it's been 33 years as well, but this, intuitiveness on their workouts can be exhausting.
Yeah.
I learned this great trick, right? People say, oh, wrap yourself up in a bubble first before they come in, and, protect your energy. And, I responded to that saying, if I'm wrapped,
how can I breathe?
my gift doesn't get out.
Right.
Right.
I agree.
So, and especially with some, someone said to me, I can't track this person down. I'm like, you told me this. It was brilliant. So I wrap them in the bubble.
Okay.
And if there's a lot of emotional stuff going on, I slip in a little mirror for them to look at.
Yeah.
While they're in their own bubble. So I can still be free to do my thing.
Right.
They aren't infecting my energies with what's going on with them. I keep them cocooned, and yet with a mirror so they can look at what's really going on.
Keep them socially distanced.
I keep them emotionally distant.
That too, right?
Yeah. But, with the ability to look at themselves.
And that's good, because if a person can't turn around and look what's going on inside, because that's part of that healing as well, and I'm glad that you touched on that emotional thing, because behind every emotion, and you know me well enough because I work in that field with the emotions, right, is if you don't look at that emotion, and if you don't get the root of what that emotion is all about, you're not going to be able to get through the physical shifting that needs to be, the mental shifting that needs to be, because that emotion is riding there, playing over and over, and it is stronger than anything else out there.
Oh, absolutely. And yes, I've made clients cry, but not because their workouts were so hard, but because of what I asked them to look at while they were doing a particular exercise. Right?
Right.
And even if I just palpate a particular area, and usually it's around the hips, right? Because that's where all our support is. Right? If I'm, and this sounds so professional, I'm palpating them in their hip girdle. Yeah, I'm poking them in the butt, really. Right.
There you go. That now people can understand what that is.
What's going on here?
Cut out those words we don't use daily, okay?
All right, curtain gone.
Alrighty.
And they'll, it'll come up. It bubbles up every single time.
Yeah, and again, when you can really face what's going on emotionally with things and get that out of the way, because it really doesn't serve purpose anymore. And it's not about feeling the shame. It's not about feeling the hurt. It's not about blaming. And the thing is, when an emotion is so old, you don't even remember the facts of all of it, and there's so much other negative emotion and stuff, and charges that have come on from different events, other people's stuff. 5% is your own crap, and 95% is everybody else's that you've attached to. So really, isn't it time to just say goodbye, crap?
And is it a fact, or is it an emotion that you never let pass? Right? Real or perceived, it all gets stuck the same.
It does. That's correct. And it becomes that personality trait of who you are. Right?
And so told me she wanted to punch me in the face. I laughed so hard. I love her. She she was just dealing with a lot of stuff, and it's old stuff.
Right.
However, it was the same stuff being regurgitated over a year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So I asked permission to tell the story about the dog on the porch. Do you recall that story?
I vaguely, but why don't you share it with the audience? Because I know it's a great story and it's got a great message.
Great story. And I love her that she gave me permission to tell it. So the story is, there was a mail carrier new to the route. Mm-hmm. And they're delivering mail over and over and over. And every time they went past this house, there was a dog on the porch, sitting there howling and crying in pain. Same spot every day. And this was going on for months at a time. So after several months, the mail carrier goes to the person's front door and knocks on their door. And the owner answers. And the mail carrier said, "Dude, what's with your dog? Every day for months, your dog has been sitting in the same spot, howling and crying in pain." Mm-hmm. And the owner says, "Well, yeah, that's because he's sitting on a nail."
Oh. Okay.
And the mail carrier says, "Well, why doesn't he get up?" And the owner said, "Well, I guess it doesn't hurt enough yet."
Wow, what a great message. Whoa.
He was like, "I'm going to punch you in the face." I'm like, "You've got to catch me first."
Wow. But that is so true, Patricia. Sometimes we don't want on the other side bad enough yet to make the change and the move to actually do it. Because unless you take action, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing happens. And no matter what you do, action and movement is going to happen around you no matter what. And you're going to get left right there where you are sitting on that nail, right?
Yep. There's I think it's a Rush song. It says, even if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So probably a little unorthodox as a personal trainer. However, it's my niche. It's my flow. It makes me shine.
It does, and your whole demeanor changes, right? You got this glow around you
Oh, I
when you
love
talk about
doing
what you
little
do.
pokes, whether
Yeah.
it's emotionally, mentally, or physically. I like the little poke, and I don't
Yeah,
care
but
what
remember
person.
the first time I poked you? It wasn't quite so comfortable, was
You poke me all the time, and I love it.
uh, yeah, I tell you, it's
And the poke is a challenge, you guys. That wasn't weird. Okay.
yeah, yeah. It is. It gives you an opportunity to think differently. It's kind of
Well,
like
you
food
get the
for
mirror.
thought.
You look at the mirror, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's mine.
Do I really have to own it, right?
All right.
Well, and again, too, that mirror, and we mirror each other, right? We mirror each other. So if there is something in someone that you're seeing that you don't like,
Yeah.
step back for a moment and say, is that same thing in here
Oh,
that
absolutely.
I don't like?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting a reflection of a time that I need to take a look at me and make the changes instead of thinking it's out there when really it's in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to carry a little mirrored compact and it fit perfectly in the cup holder in my car. If I would like flip out in traffic or like there's my anyway, I would look down at the mirror and go, oh, yeah, I've done that. Go ahead. Never mind. We all-
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, because now we don't have to worry about road rage, right? My friend was showing me a picture this morning of the interstate out in Los Angeles.
Empty?
Right? 3 cars, right?
Wow.
3 cars when it's usually like wall to wall. And this is during rush hour traffic, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, But
Now you wish you had a, high speed car and could take off.
exactly.
I miss
Exactly.
my
Yeah, leave it to you to think about that. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what I do. And when I realized I liked the poke, the challenge, and more than just the physical, I started attending an online course. This thing's taking a long time, which is a good thing, right? It's not a weekend life coaching seminar, right? This is like semesters worth of study. So I've added that into my repertoire.
Well, it's always good to know more, right?
Always. Always.
Yeah, I tell you, life is like one of the best lessons ever. And again, you look at the things that are happening today, with all this distancing and everything, and looking to find the good in that. You've got people that live in that fear. When you talk about those emotional roller coasters, right? And where is that scarcity fear in each one of us?
Oh my gosh.
What stimulates? What is it that triggers that scarcity? Because there's more than enough for everybody out there.
Well, like a friend of mine, one of my other mentors has said to me, "Are you here right now?" And of course, if you're listening, yes, then you have 100% success rate of surviving tough things.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Yeah. And so how do we do that? And everyone has their own little way of doing it. For me, I think this is like a much needed thing. I look at it as Earth's way of purging. Because yeah.
Mother Nature's pissed and we're all in timeout.
There you go. I agree. Exactly, because what does Mother Earth do when there's an area that's just over stimulated in a negative manner? It'll start a fire. It'll have a tsunami. It'll do something to shift so that it can come out and reform itself back into perfect balance and harmony. I mean, gosh, just a few weeks that we've been, isolated here. Look at the pollution is gone.
Yeah.
and you're bringing families back together. Now some of them probably are at each other's throats, but they're gonna have to figure it out, right? Because we're still doomed for a while.
Well, that's a great lesson in boundaries.
It is. But I think it's a more of a lesson in communication. How many people don't have that time that they've ever spent with their kids, right? Because everybody's up, they go to school, they go to work, they come home, they have that short period of time, they go to bed. Now it's like 24/7, every day.
Yeah.
Right? And so and I really think that the open lines of communication, to be able to communicate now on a whole different level, is a key element here, right? Now it's time to teach your kids things that they never get taught in school, like how to clean their room, how to do laundry, how to cook, how to clean up the kitchen,
Don't mix up acids and bases, kids.
That's right. And maybe teach them things about finances, right? Okay, so you want to be an entrepreneur, or you want to get out there and make money. What are you going to do when you have that? Here's the things. How do we keep this roof over our head now when mom and dad don't have a job, right? There's not income coming in. What are we going to do, right? And what that survival rate is. And, so
and
there's
get out
a
of the
lot
box.
of things. Oh, my God.
Right?
Yeah.
Out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That comfort zone ain't quite so comfortable anymore, is it?
Math and chemistry in the kitchen, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. So I really feel, and I think you hit the nail on the head too, that the norm that we're going to have here coming out definitely is not going to be what it once was. We can never go back to what it was. There's just no way.
No, and I'm excited to see how this plays out on a global scale. Because we are a global economy, no matter what people want to say.
Right.
We are a global economy, and we all need each other to survive.
Exactly.
And that is one humongous lesson. People that say, I don't even know what they mean by when they bash globalists. I'm like, well, check your car.
Yeah.
Your car was made not in America,
Right.
However, the other part that excites me about this is, where do I get to grow next?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Here, let's give our audience a challenge.
Okay.
Right? So Patricia's going to give you this question. You make the comment below on how you're going to do it. So go ahead and ask that question again.
Okay. What I asked was, I'm excited about this because I get to ask myself, where do I get to grow next? Who do I get to serve? How do I get to serve them?
Mm-hmm.
And, create those avatars like we were talking. And then who do they get to serve? Right? It's about paying that. For me, it's always been about that ripple effect.
Yeah, the pay it forward.
Yeah. And I had a girlfriend, and I said to one of my girlfriends years ago, I said, I just want to be an effective pebble in the pond. And she said, sister, you're a bloody boulder. What are you talking about? Pebble's too small for you.
That's why you live close to Boulder, Colorado, right?
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
So, what do I get to do next?
Yeah. And it's a great question to ask yourself. What do I get to do next?
And we get to do it. We don't have to do it.
No.
Right. Because then that's just heavy. Yeah.
So what do you want to do next, right? What is it, the outcome? What is it you're looking for now? I mean, it's really a good time to sit back and start taking a look at, here I am, right? It's just me, myself, and I.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a lot of time.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that time? How are you using that time? right?
And that's why I'd love to get that vision board workshop up and just work on 90-day increments.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
coach people through that.
So we gotta get you the right computer. We gotta get you a PC just for that. Just for that. Or you can use or hey, maybe we can partner up here.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've got the right equipment. We have this little thing right now. We're on Zoom.
Yes.
We can pull it together.
You can pull it together. I think that's brilliant.
You know,
And I have my cousin up in Seattle area.
Uh-huh.
I just got distracted by a cobweb. Sorry.
Well, hey, you got plenty of time. You can clean them out.
No, I'm like, oh, it must be time to go outside and work out.
Okay, I'm with you there.
So my cousin, she's not practicing any longer. However, she's a shaman.
Okay.
Right. So, this would be a good mix to do some 90-day vision board coaching. I think, because then we get, we get to help people figure out what they want. That's going to make it fun.
Yeah, exactly. Because we do have a lot of time on our hands now to think constructively versus destructively. And I think this is where people don't know what to do. So what do? They take the easy way out, which is always going south, right? Not so much. It's like, let's really start to get constructive here, right?
Yeah. How much can you binge watch or play video games?
Oh my God.
I know. It. My butt hurts from sitting.
Yeah, mine hurts from sitting and doing it. Just...
And I am working really hard not to bounce. Really hard.
Don't you have one of them balls that you're sitting on now, or you can just bounce along,
That's what I'm on.
Oh, okay, so you're actually on one. I don't have one of those. Can you ship me one?
Yeah. I have a spare.
Okay. I have to put a cushion on this chair that I'm on because I've been sitting on here for so long. It's like, oh, wow, it's getting a little uncomfortable here, because I've been virtually, glued to the computer here and inundated with people now that are wanting to come on the show. And we're having so much fun on these shows, and the people I'm meeting is just so great. So any of you out there listening, if you want to be a part of the show and join in the fun, comment below or private message me, and we'll send that link right off to you, because I'll tell you, there's always room for at least one more person on the show, right?
Well, and what you're attracting is a high vibrational energy human. Right. And it's actually very appropriate that you have that background, because you look towards the light.
I know. It's right in front of my eyes here, Just
yeah. And you're always like, so you scan the earth, but you're like, oh, wait, there's a bunch of light back there.
Something like that.
What's that?
What's over there? The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, right? And that what the saying is?
Right? The night. Bright blue, high vibration, chakra.
Right. So we talk about vibrations. Let's go into that vibration thing. That's now you're talking my language, right?
That is you.
And so it's always having that high vibration and that upkeep and that high energy. It actually, it's been proven scientifically that it takes more energy to stay in a downer than it is to be in excitement. Did you know that?
That doesn't, I didn't know it. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, you think about it, when you're bored or you're uncomfortable or you got a little pain here or there or something, or somebody's got you upset. What happens? The longer you stay in that, the more, and the heavier you get, right? And that's why they say laughter is the best medicine. I'll tell you, I these days, I love scrolling through Facebook.
Oh my
God.
God.
There are so many hilarious things on there with this whole...
It's refreshing.
I have laughed so hard with
Did
some
you
of
see the one I put up about housework?
Refresh my memory. It doesn't sound familiar.
It was like, I stole it from somebody, obviously. It was like, I've been waiting for all this time. I've been waiting for, the time and energy to clean my house.
Okay.
And now I've realized, yeah, that wasn't it. That wasn't the reason. or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, that's so me.
Oh, I heard one yesterday. This guy's playing this little song, right? And he's got 2 toilet rolls on his ears and and a sombrero. And he's playing this song, and it's about those that are hoarding, right?
Yeah.
And talking about, now we don't have enough to wipe our butt, type of things. I mean, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. It was just, but it's so true, and it's like, people, why are you hoarding toilet paper? You're at the wrong end of things, I don't understand that.
If you're hoarding toilet paper, you have a gut issue and you need to get in touch with me.
There you go. Yeah, it's right from the mouth of the expert here, right? Get in touch with Patricia. She'll tell you what's going on here. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It is
crazy. And it is a lack mentality.
It is.
It's like
that scarcity thing.
Instead of staying up here and creativity and abundance and
and there is an abundance out there. There is no shortage on anything out there, and so back off, just kind of back off, because there's people out there that live from one paycheck to the next paycheck, right? And they can't buy, a little extra, and now they're going and there's not even something there, let alone extra.
Oh, now
right?
the toilet paper rolls are probably as wide as this little candle holder because they can't make them fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody was saying that there's 9 different toilet paper manufacturers here in the U.S. And they had a picture of semis lined up for 6 miles deep to get to the to get there, to get loaded, to haul out. Isn't that insanity?
And all I can think of is, oh my God, how many trees are they pulling down for that?
I know.
I know it sounds gross to say recycle toilet paper. However, they do clean it. I mean, it's not like you're using something. It's not like, here, I'm done.
Well, hey, you know what? Now, back in the day, before there was such a thing, right? It'd be a little chilly right now where you are because you don't have anything, but, plant leaves and things of the such, newspapers, right? I mean, I can remember as a kid, I am really going to date myself on this one. When I was at my aunt and uncle's, they had an outhouse, and that was the only place to go. Mm-hmm. There was no inside plumbing, all right? It was outside. And guess what? There was the Monkey Ward catalog, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and for people who don't know what Monkey Ward is.
Oh, gosh. Do you still have one?
Montgomery Wards.
Yes, it's Montgomery Wards. That's how we used to have to order our clothes and order everything else and shoes because there wasn't stores. And when you think about that, where is it going today? I mean, look at all the stores that are closed, right? You go to the malls. You can't even go to the mall. There's nothing there. There's nobody there, right?
It's all food.
And
near the gym, by the way, most of the time.
Yeah.
Usually restaurants surrounding the gym.
Yeah. So so when
I'll never be out of work.
Yeah. So you can't even go to a mall anymore to go shopping. Mm-mm. Right. So other places like Amazon, of course, are going to get more inundated or whatever. But and we talk about the VR, right?
Yes.
So this is a virtual reality world where we actually have malls, stores in there where you can put.
Wait, what?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, seriously. So you can go shopping, right? In virtual reality. Take off the shelf what you want, right?
What?
Pay for it, and boom, shipped right out to you. I'm telling you, we got it covered in VR. Yeah. And you know what? For MLMers, oh
Yes.
my gosh, this is like perfect. Perfect.
Oh, you got to hook me up, sister.
Well, then you just better get yourself a little PC, honey. Right? One way or another, you're going to get a PC. But before you buy it, you let me know so that we get you the right one, because you don't want to invest in one and then not have what you need to make it work, okay?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, tell me about your meeting. I want to be there.
Okay. All right. I'll get you that when we get off the show, but yeah.
I swore I'd never go back.
Well, you
Well,
shouldn't
those
swear.
developers-
Didn't anybody teach you? You shouldn't swear.
Oh, someone called me Patricia Potty Mouth on Facebook once.
They did?
Oh, yeah. Like it was just letters.
Oh my
I thought
gosh.
it was hilarious. Yeah, I just had bad customer service from Dell, I think it was. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Everything's customer service right now, right? I mean, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe these developers can design something for Apple.
Well,
Hmm.
Apple hasn't quite jumped onto it yet, which is really kind of surprising.
That
You
is
know,
surprising.
Yeah. But the thing is again, you're going to be limited with Apple. You know, you're going to be limited. With PC, you've got platforms that are all over, you know, that you can bounce in and out of and everything, you know, so it's crossing that line. So, you know, are they going to make it so that it can be reachable PC Apple combination type of thing? You know, so it's
Right.
it's another world, right? And so again, don't back yourself in a corner where you're going to be limited with something, you know, and that's true with everything, you know. So we are in a new space and time.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
looking at AI, to artificial intelligence, right? I mean, that's key here right now. That's happening, and it's been happening for a long time. You know, so when you combine the AI and the VR together, we are in what used to be fantasy world.
Yeah. It's Westworld, all of it.
Oh, it's yeah.
Very
It's
cool.
what it is, right? Yeah.
AR plus IR. Wait.
No, AI plus VR.
AI plus VR. There's got to be a good moniker we can make up.
Yeah, there could be. There could be. Yeah, so what we're actually doing, oh, this is what's really cool. And if anybody's out there listening and is really interested in networking, right? You have your BNI groups and, you know, networking groups and stuff like that, right? So what we've started was a virtual group, and we call it DBI, Digital Business International.
Oh, nice.
Right? And so you can come and be a part of that. And it's global, right? It's global, so it doesn't matter what it is that you do. Now, you can be a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
If we get back to that, you know, arena, right? Or you can have anything that's, you know, online. And again, even with a brick and mortar, because of the VR and everything, we have these storefronts that you can put your products into.
Right.
And have it there.
I pay for brick and mortar.
I know. No, well, you don't. It's right there. You know, you can't go to Amazon and go in and start pulling stuff off their shelves. But you can come into our VR stores and do that.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Right?
So,
And so, yeah, it just keeps getting better, doesn't it? So being able to do this networking, this is what's really cool about the networking.
yeah.
You become a part of that networking group. And you bring people to the table, people bring people to the table. And so now you're interacting,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and everybody has their little avatar jumping around, right? But you're in the ambiance of, we have a boardroom. Wait till you see this boardroom. It'll blow your socks off. and right, so you come and you have a conference, you know, and you're talking. So now everybody gets their turn. Their 15 minutes to fame, you know, or 15 seconds to fame, right? You stand up, hi, my name is so and so, you know, I am blah 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 blah, and whatever, right? And then you go around the table. But each, you know, every time we come in there, someone is going to be able to be up in front of the group, showing what their business is,
Wow.
and then you give referrals, right? And
Mhm.
everybody will have a virtual business card to share,
Oh my gosh.
right? Doesn't this just keep getting better and better?
It does.
Yeah.
Get out of my
Yeah.
head. 'Cause I'm like, oh my God, I have to sit for how long and figure this out?
No, you don't, because this is a done for you thing here, right? So and this is what we're looking to do, and because it is global, right?
Yeah.
And so to be able to do that and to interact and be able to, and again, so let's just say someone's in here and they're bringing people in all the time and they're working diligently to do their part in this networking. And, we've been watching them and their business just isn't growing. It's like nobody's giving them leads, or the leads that they're getting just aren't working, right?
Yeah.
So then what we do is we put them up front and we say, all right, everybody, it's time to pitch in here. John or Betty, whoever it is, has been here for 6 weeks and their business isn't growing. What can we do to help them make this business work?
Yeah.
And so it's like a little brainstorming, it's like, okay, they explain what their business is all about, how they're going about it. It's like, now they're going to get, assistance from all of these people out here in that network.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we do is like, okay, for the next week, everybody just piles on, information to them. Anybody and everybody, let's move it in. Let's make this person's business grow.
Right.
So it's all about working side by side and making sure nobody gets lost.
No one left behind.
Nobody left behind.
That's very cool.
And we're going to make this affordable. It's not going to be $400 or $500 a month.
Yeah.
$5.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, I'll shut up. When is that going to happen?
No. Do you limit by category like most?
No. We do not.
Very cool.
Because this is global.
Right, because every life coach or nutrition therapist.
Well, yeah. So what?
Or,
somebody might want someone closer in their area. Yeah. They might like this person and not so much that one.
Right. I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
Oh, man, you said that right now. I can say that to you because I love you, right?
Normal. It should be. Right, that's as it should be.
Yeah, exactly. There is enough for everyone. So this is not a scarcity networking here. This is a global networking.
Very
right?
cool.
And it's going to fill fast. I mean, right? It's going to fill up fast. And so any of our audience out there listening, if this is for you, or if you think it might be, just comment below, private message, and say, I would really like to know more about that virtual networking, because it's gonna be where it's going.
Now, are you going to offer people 1 month free or a week just to?
Well, because we're just getting up here and rolling right now, there's not going to be a charge coming in.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to, to get everything in alignment and whatever. And we're looking for founding members. We're looking for the top 20. I think we have one more space left.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and that's what's going to kind of build that foundation.
Yeah.
But it's going to be open and people are going to still come in, and it's going to be free until we get everything ironed out the way we want it. Mm-hmm. And then it'll go to $5. So it'll be a little bit before everything, goes into that.
All right, we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
On the side.
So on the side. On the side. She said on the side.
We have a list. Now.
We got a big list. We're gonna go PC bound, right?
Which is normal when we speak anyway. Those all the time.
Yeah. Gosh, Patricia, it has been such a pleasure, visiting with
I can't
you.
believe it's an hour already. Okay.
It's pretty close, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. Where did the time go, right? Where did it go? It always goes fast when we're together. It just seems like, oh gosh, sometimes we've gotten together over lunch or something, and all of a sudden now it's dinner time, and we're like, oh, whoa.
Like you missed the rest of that meeting. Wait, what?
I was supposed to be someplace. Oh, well.
And my coffee's cold and everything.
Yeah. My water's getting down here,
Yeah, I have my little kombucha.
Yeah, kombucha. That's a good thing, because you want to keep that immune system up,
Oh
keep that blood circulating, and that's
Okay.
that's really important too, So let's give our audience one more tip. I'm gonna put your little picture up here that
Okay.
shows people how that they can get a hold of you if they want to get in touch with you, and so
All
tell
right.
them a little bit about that, and give them one great tip. If there's just one thing you would like them to take away from this show, what would that be?
Gosh, one.
One.
Down to
I
one. All right, you
know.
guys.
Otherwise,
Okay.
we're going for another hour.
Yeah. So take care of yourself and take care of your gut first. And what I mean by that, with all the nutrition therapy consultations that I've done, one thing. Okay, there's probably more than one.
Go ahead.
One nutrient, one food, because it's all food based, that pops up on almost every single issue with people is eat more watercress.
Watercress. Wow.
Watercress, because it is so full of minerals.
Well, now there's a good tip for the day. Get it.
It's a dark green. Yep, it's a dark green, and it is full of minerals because it has to be grown near a water source.
And that's where minerals, a lot of minerals come
from. That's where our minerals come from. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for that tip. And thank you so much for being on the show. We're gonna have to get you back again, right?
Such a blast.
Yeah. So with that, everybody, it's time to do what? It's time to go out there and be that best you can be. Why? Because Patricia and I are going to go out there and be the best we that we can be.
And we need you. Oh, and if you need to get a hold of me, yeah.
Yeah, I put the card up there.
Oh, did you? I can't see it. Okay.
I know you can't, but I can.
Okay, now I'm worried.
I'm worried. Okay, let's put that information up there one more time. Tell them how to get a hold of you, Patricia.
Training X as an X-ray, Trish at mac.com.
Okay.
Or same thing at gmail.com. So you can email me. You can find me on Facebook, Patricia Wallace Hetherington. I'm on Twitter and I am on Instagram.
And there you have it.
Yeah. There you have it. All right, my friend.
Thanks for being here. And we'll see you guys all on the next show.
All right, it was an honor. Thanks.